Maji. Eh? Eh? Nini? Mimi? Washatoka huko. Game sha 16. Ai, wamekaza. Lakini wangefaa washinde tu hiyo game.
Ilikuwa Mombasa washinde.
Bwana.
Ilikuwa washinde.
Hata kama Bulls wako chini. Bulls wanayo wako chini.
Amesema
ni chache. Na uko na hiyo ni ya maji bana. Ndio di maji ni. Asimweka tu atatoa.
We shift to both corners to one.
Eh?
Shift left and right corner to one.
Unaona malio jwala iko.
Hii huku ndio shida.
Hii hapa inaonekana si ndio hapo chini.
Try to shift.
Sinaonekana. Eh? Eh?
Ulishinda mita bana wapi?
Ndio namwambia anipe hata tao. Namwambia anipe hata tao.
Ulishinda mita juzi bana. Sasa najua mfuko ni nzuri. Mimi ulionea zita. Kibabi kidogo tu.
Hiyo penalty.
Ingeenda sade.
Uko live? Hello.
We are live, we are on. Hebu inua mguu.
Mike ina na ni moja.
Mbili. Yes, Roger.
Si ndio? Na watashinda kweli. Wenye wamepangwa wengine ni mbaya. Watashinda kweli. But watashinda. Wakicheza vile walichezanga pre-season. Monitor. Msonge na uko kidogo. Hebu nishike. Hebu eka kwa masikio. Hebu shika hii nione hii kwa. Iko on. Hebu weka sawa kwa masikio. Imekuja. Itakuja. Sasa huku inahesabu sasa yote. Tulia tu itafika. Kuja bado. Si ndio?
So, by the way, compressor now on if they win today, it's a 46th straight match. That is a very big, big run. Yeah, winning. So almost that is happening already by the results, and whether in Ghana, so rain. Obviously, it has been January. January where tumekuwa dry season, then all of a sudden mvua ndio inatokea. I did like today, many of us maybe never expected. So unaona ita shape aje this encounter.
Yeah, I think ukiangalia both sides of it, when now leo mwana mwe so I think for me, I think watakuwa na big advantage some rain pendele hapo nyuma kiasi. So I don't know how to do
it. Kisumu the city under the sun. So yeah, the match is almost itakuwa inaanza 4, so the rain already na disperse watu. But we hope that haitakuwa mingi sana ile ya kutoa mbio. So we will be bringing you the match live. You to subscribe and pia comment. We will cut this. Maybe tutakuwa tunarudi halftime for more. But for now tunawaacha na hizo tidbits waki warm up, and then we'll be coming back for the second for the second halftime to Africa. Hoping that the rain will be manageable. Thank you for tuning in, and tuendelee kusubscribe.
Tunafunga.
Si wewe umefunikwa.
Ni mbaya.
Bora ufunike kama. Na mimi funike hapa.
Simtafutie hata maji ya kunywa ya. We nani? Maura. Simtafutie hata maji ya kunywa. We ni mwenyeji huku. Mtafute tu nini fulani. Umbrella. Mimi mkinijenga tu umbrella hivi, nakaa hapa hadi mwisho.
umbrella huu sasa nilipata kutia.
Nani?
Mbona baby umbrella? Lakini mvua
Wameniambia eti umbrella ni ya wamama.
Haizi balance between the two.
Si huu msaa anapanda hapa juu ananishikia hiyo.
ile stand up.
Copy.
Simu yangu. Siasila nipe tu ile umbrella
Ninangojanga nilikwambia ngoja uone kata bill. I told you. Nilikwambia hapa. Sio nini? Kwani ndo uko na nini?
Na simu yangu pita.
Wewe,
simu yangu.
Hiyo karatasi yenyewe umebeba kwa mfuko ile. Inanyeshea.
Okay.
Kama inaongezeka ni
Mvua inaongezeka.
Uko na simu yako kwa mfuko?
Wow. Simu yangu ndio hii.
What?
Iko hapa.
Sitawaga izini.
Leta.
Acha niweke hapa.
Wewe.
Wewe utaseti kwa
Watu wa Betika walininyima umbrella. Niliomba alos umbrella kaninyima.
Mimi nifunike kitu.
nataka nikitoa maji.
Kwa nini? Sasa hizi ni gani? Wewe inaongezeka.
Tunanyesha hapa leo. Sasa ninyeshewe tu. Na kuna bag yangu fulani iko hapo chini ya red hivi iko na laptop ndani.
Na hiyo haifikii.
na masimu zingine pia ziko hapo. Johnny ameenda huko kwa nini?
Kuja kidogo. Nakupatia bag. Ya umse.
Johnny
ashaenda.
iko na lapi na masimu. Maura. Hiyo bag ya red iko na lapi na simu. Masimu.
Mbona umeweka masimu kwa lapi?
Sijui ni zilikuwa za watu wa MMUST, walichange huko kwa clubhouse wakaeka hapo.
Zaiba bag kwa Uganda. Hii ni kaita itatumini. Hiyo kiti limefinya vibaya.
Unaona hii timu ya MMUST?
Bado iko ndani. Haya, sida. Unaweza kujishikilia umbrella wewe. Unaweza kujishikilia umbrella.
Aje sasa.
Kama unalia kuja kufikia.
Johnny.
Itabidi muende wote GML.
Johnny, sikuje shika hii.
Ni mwenyewe.
Anakuja huwa red.
Itabidi mpande nyinyi wote. Tutatupa hiyo jacket.
Ndio.
It will be safer for people. Wisha has donated.
Wameona tu tunateseka huku kidogo. Ndio. Umesema iko na moto?
Iko na moto kidogo.
Shika hii. Unashika na nyuma yangu juu nikiipeleka hivi nitakuwa.
Napanguza na nini ndio
isipige shock.
Ngeni mtakuwa mmesoma hiyo mpira hiyo. Sawa hata story ya Mike.
Walikuwa na bag kama hii sasa. Shake to dry. Ingekuwa ni ile ya kawaida za hii simu ingekuwa ishafikiwa.
I hope itakaza hivi.
Ibaki tu hivi. Hii iko sawa hii. Imagine iko sawa.
Wewe. Hata useme hivyo. Dunga mdomo ya. Nakwambia hivyo ndio nimesema game ya Impala na Tabras last year. After 5 minutes mvua ikaamua. Si kunyeka.
Mvua haifai kunyesha.
Na hata haka ni kazuri.
Inanyeshaje?
Haka kadogo hivi kazuri. Weather inakuwa safi. Sasa shida ni ile downpour ile.
Downpour ndio hatari.
Hiyo sasa mchezi anything ni noko near noko there. Scrum wote wanateleza wanapiga chini. Shangaa sana anacheza 15 zaje bila scrum.
Jobu. Buku ngwe.
Nimesikia Kakamega Ombo hizo wanacheza huko. Senior mzee Ogo ndio huyu ameingia.
We have 2 minutes.
We have 2 minutes yet.
Inaanza on the dot.
Majoka umeweka wapi pale? Tupange kazi.
Unajua Samsung ikiendewa na maji kweli inaanza kuenda.
Record na joka kwa wewe.
Collins Ngoko. Kama haiko.
Captain.
Kama haiko home team. DJ
Nzuri.
Uko live? Scramage.
Kwa sauti
Inasikika. Kwa sauti mvua inasikika.
Sasa mvua inatoa sauti kushinda mic yenyewe.
imekuwa mingi.
Hata imeisha.
But imekuwa mingi. But mimi nilikuwa nataka hivi. Before the kick-off.
Wewe shika hiyo kitu. Ni nini shida? Wakimanya kata kuma modho godopi.
Epo kimodho piere bego. Ni sawa. Wewe kata kolo gima be yudo ni. Agolo kata. Then you chupa down.
Hajaisha yote. Uone hizi drizzles. Hizi drizzles msee bwana. Shika hiyo kitu ikuje hivi. Ni nini shida yako? Tutakufukuza hapa job. Wewe unajua uko job. Hizo saa kama hizo nafaa kuzipata.
Being at 4 p.m. it's kind of time. And today we have that much hitting. It's Kenya Cup. It's Kenya Cup time. We have that match between
Philo
RFC
Ofulu Joey Richard Dakilo ngatajo kuni Mose
Mwalimu.
wa record zoom hivi.
bring it together. Kisumu meets Kakamega.
Maki kama mi record na nyaka jogi.
Kisumu will be joining several names that have played here in Kakamega.
Joey na Mai
Opportunity to come back to Kakamega.
Amonde aritaya bwana. Zoom kasi record na gigita.
The Kisumu RFC head coach not new to Kakamega. He was here a few years ago with Western Boots, called the Michulusi. Right now in the KRU Championship. So Kisumu RFC.
Okilo redhi ka una saik ka. Lora ringi dhi ka una saik. Eh? Dongo yo thokoto seru. Nitaambia huyu msanii nitumie saa hii.
Let us know where you're watching this from.
Kote.
Today, the toss of the coin did go most way.
Lorgino de wuok ei wang kamera.
They have been forced to take it from right.
Water boy, sinisaidie maji. Wewe nitafutie maji nakufa hapa juu. Ras.
Most taking it to the left in the second half.
Kamna ball. Kamna zote mbili, kamna zote.
So if you're just joining us, welcome to Pick Up Live. With Mola. Don't know if, what your comments on this, especially before this kickoff.
Sime noti tich monjo be ni notiyo Joni.
They'll be looking to win this game. Once again, building up on the momentum and will against it. If they also have an edge because you've seen them play, I think maybe they can adjust, but
hakuna pressure.
Okay. Ready for kickoff. You can see the fans there on the setup.
The match kicks off.
Masinde Muliro with an early attack. Chasing an early try. They know how important try will be for them. They ran the ball wide, but the last goes off the script, or off the mark, and Kisumu survived this one early on. Yes, that last pass turns out to be costly for Masinde Muliro. Should they have done it perfectly, then they will be counting the first points on board. A line out there for MMUST again. Claimed by MMUST in light blue. They are abandoned out of play. And it's early minutes of this game. Almost 2 minutes or 3 minutes into this game. Scrum for Kisumu. Nice. Managing to win a penalty there.
Good saba MMUST.
Which option will they be going for? That is the man in jersey 10.
Otio.
Call him Levian Otio. He was instrumental in the first win of the season against Impala.
Hey, hiyo ni line out.
A long throw, Kisumu playing possession. Now, a chance to exit their 22. And that will be a kick. Bounces. And now it is Masinde Muliro on attack, but they are in their own half. They lose possession, referee playing advantage. We go back to the initial.
Sauti yao, si ndio?
Few minutes of consultations between the captains as a medical break and consultation from the referee and the TJ. The skies have cleared after the early afternoon drizzles here at Masinde Muliro grounds, home of MMUST. This being their second home game of the season, with that match between this being postponed. It will be played later in the year, maybe later in February. They have 2 matches in hand, the students, and right now they start the season at the bottom of the log as they concede that penalty of the scrum. Wawire with a quick tap, Victor Wawire, representing jersey number 6 with a big carry into Masinde Muliro's 22. And now it's Dana Mwich playing at jersey number 10 today. First start since making that move to Kisumu. Bidenhayo, he played his rugby career here at Masinde Muliro before moving to Kabrasa and Kisumu. That is Hamza. And Masinde Muliro keep on attacking. Dana Mwich that long pass leg is stolen, but the referee penalizes Masinde Muliro. And early on is going into the pocket, calling for a penalty for a tap, and he sends Masinde Muliro winger to the bin for 10 minutes. Following that, he calls an intentional tap. Call him. Now they are down to 14 men. And a chance now. Again! Chance for Kisumu to pull back or to get something of make advantage, their advantage count. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and invite friends to also follow this encounter live on Islamic TV. Kisumu dominantly scrums against Impala last weekend. Owire releases the ball to his inside center, Dana Mwich, to David Williams, and on the opposite side, the winger manages to hold on to possession. Kisumu lose the ball behind. Referee says play on. because the ball went back. Kisumu still on the chase, sniffing that try line. Man, number 8 into contact. They have more numbers at the outside. Surviving that one. He ropes in his teammates. To be costly. The referee also a yellow card this end. Now they are even 14-14. And they opt to go to the corner. Kisumu have had aggressive lineouts this season. They'll be hoping to disrupt that one. Knowing that they have been dominant in the air, they'll be looking to disrupt this one. Still scoreless. And as I said, they managed to steal that one, but they knock it on, and most will have a scrum. Kaburu, the ball in hand, ready to feed that scrum. Kisumu showing their prowess in the scrum, but most decide that was Clarence Hope crossing over, beating the Kisumu defense line of that scrum, and we'll be having a conversion there. Levan Otio going for that one. Most already 5 points up. In this encounter, thanks to Clarence Hope, as Flavian Otio misses that one. Both teams down to 14 following. A yellow card to both sides. David Williams with the ball in hand, going for that restart. They understand how important to have a perfect response will be for them. They decide to kick it deep. Good man. Good kick, Awilo. Confusion leads to a most line out, but they were targeting a straight out so that they can go back to that mark. But that was not the case. A line out for most. Right, as I said, Kisumu have done well in lineouts stealing a number of those from opponents. Even today they have stolen one. They steal another one. Chris Otieno with the ball in hand goes into contact. Now Kisumu attacking. They run the ball to the back, then to the open side winger who cuts inside. Tackle. Still in possession is Kisumu RFC in Jersey White. Whenever these sides faced off in the championship, it was tight encounters. Wawire with the ball to Chris Otieno, to Hamza, moved again, still this one, Veron Kaburu, spotting a couple of
the record gigo in ka kita tio kisimen. Una zoom tu.
That was Veron Kaburu, the co-captain of this side. Bevan Otio with another chance to go for extra point. Another average set for Masinde Muliro. And Kisumu seem to be struggling with stats if last weekend's performance is to go by. If last weekend's performance is to go by.
Keep your distance.
They really struggled to start impressively against
Wazi Musa. Wazi Musa. Kwanza kana umebo mbele yao wakuone. Bench yao hiyo.
Coming to that restart. They find themselves 10 points behind. It's not something that they maybe imagined coming to this. But at this point, they will have considered such and Otio with a kick which is touched with another break. The referee calls for an knock on as Musa Mugandi steps back. So this means that the students are back to full complement of 15.
What's the mistake for you? Come on.
And it is a Kisumu scrum. I was just giving an example of last weekend where they started slow against Ipala but managed to come back into that game. Their start has not been that brilliant in a number of matches as Dan Angwech swaps places with Wawire at 9 and 10. He finds David Williams, former Kenya under 20, who boots it high, claimed by Devon O'Connor now, making a number of runs.
Mbaya, umerini chate ginyako.
If they had a perfect plan on how to start this match, and we are going for that conversion from Levian Otio. He has missed the first two. He'll be hoping to nail this one. Bounces of the post. But they add another try, they'll have a bonus point regardless the result of this match. These will need a perfect response from Kisumu. These will need perfect response from Kisumu if they have to come back in this game. Let's hope has to try this match already. Their co-captain him, Veron Kaburu, one of the top performers in the shorter version of the game. Masinde Muliro looking good here. More numbers on the outside. How will they make it count? Off with another chance. Ngani cut inside. More numbers. Offload and Ocon. The Paris spotted. We'll have a strong. What an exciting match here. Masinde Muliro ground. Then Angwech moving to that number 9 role. Swapping places with Wawire. Both joined Kisumu RFC from the Sugarman Cabras Sugar.
Niluruza pikipiki yako, wala penye uko sawa na ng'ang'ana. Angwejulisha. Unabaki kiuno sasa. Unabaki kiuno. Wewe kuna wabeba sana pia. Angwejulisha. Nilijua Biden hapa ni mbaya. Kisiagi tu. Angetulisha ona. Biden ana kile kile, hakuna next day.
Banter to the players. Very stable to be able to control yourself as Flavor Notio with a big boot ensures that they exit their 22.
Biden.
If you just following us, this is the second home match for Masinde Muliro, who look to start strongly. Well claimed. Danangwech, Hamza, the big carry. Kisumu has Wawire pass. He's teammate on the head. Maybe it was an unexpected pass for him.
Kijana wa yuka.
Fans
wameamua kuchukua 3 points.
The game plan. As Kisumu opt to go for 3 points. Wawire there, jersey 9. Wawire, former Vihiga high school student. Bounces of the court. He's a scrimmage cut 17. Yes, he was among the players who won the first edition of scrimmage cut 7. His kick bounces off the post. One claimed by Wawire, who started his shot. pressure after pressure for Kisumu as Williams opts to kick behind the defense, bounces out of play, tries to claim it is Hope, the scorer of the 2 tries, which is the reason most have hope of climbing from the bottom. Previous seasons, especially 2 seasons, their January transfers
fans kutoka huko
turned out
ground
to be
hadi fans
crucial.
au nitoke hivi.
They did proper shopping most this time round, claims that line out properly, but the communication between the jumper and the scrummer is off and they lose possession. Now they are enjoying the bounce of the game, which is on their side. Today, I think the turnout is better compared to that of the match between Impala. Just to remind you that you can catch some of the match reports of what is going across the country on Scramage Africa website. Kisumu now on attack. The referee scored a forward pass and Masido Minimo survived that one. What an encounter. And what a start by Masido Miliro. Just to remind you to keep on subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. And I'll be able to give you some of the comments. Let us know what you think. Who is going to win this match? And what is the possible result that you are expecting from this match? Number of stops? Levian Otio with a big boot. Kicks on, claimed by the back three. That is David Williams, former Kenya under 20. He decides to kick behind the defense. Well claimed by, not yet, and it goes out of play. An advantage for Kisumu. 15 points up. One try to gain that bonus. Dan Wawire is thrown out. Being subbed off early on in the first half.
Usimsalamia na kudori huyo. Leo hiyo koli yake hiyo. Lakini vipi kwa ndani ya leo usiogope.
Was very crucial last weekend. Their win against Impala. Maybe his experience. Call him Walter Ambe. Maybe his experience is what they need right now. Walter Ambe now jumping there at number 9, donning jersey 21, meaning they will have Dana Mwech jumping to 10, the position which he started in today. Victor Wawire stepping out. To have a medical break. Hope the scorer of these two tries in this encounter getting some attention. As they go for that scrum.
Huyu ndio Suara huyu.
Johnny.
Unashangaa mbona shida ikawa. Wewe ndio Suara. Huyu tu. Usimwona kana mataka wewe mbona huna? Mbona mlulu.
Mwanidok na chupana. Johnny.
Walter feeding.
Mwanidok na kichupa. Dok na kichupa. Wene.
They drive it. They know they have the power. Biden Hayo rising from the back of that, facing his former employers, but the students really want to counter him. Walter Ambe now trying to direct play. He have played in now the backs. Danangwech covering that track. Walter Ambe playing in his back rower as they slip that 22-meter line. Danangwech again with the ball. Defense. Rushing. They run it to Biden Hayo on the outside. Bundled out of play. Sometimes it is very tricky to face your former side.
Mbona uweke juhudi? Kumbe ndio shida.
MMUST still leading here. Kisumu looking like they are settling in. They have that line out.
Battery.
Well claimed, but the ball is gone.
29 minutes. Iko na bao moja.
Pata ingine tena. Angoi pata ingine tena.
Scrum. For most who decide to run it from their own zone, Kisumu manager turnover at a very crucial place. What a dangerous play, but they are unable to keep possession. To keep the ball, I mean.
Hawa wanangojea watu hawapandi.
They know they have to score next if they have to stay in this match.
Toka Mose.
Walter Ambe with the ball in hand plays in Christopher Otieno, who nearly sent his man on the ground and quickly. And they drive over through Walter Ambe, who just came in. I told you his experience is very crucial, and that is why he was thrown in. Walter Ambe coming off the bench early the first half to score that try that will probably put Kisumu back in the game. Should they have that conversion? David Williams stepping up to take that conversion.
Atafunga Njaiza wide.
And now they have a gap of 10 points. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And let us know where you're watching this from. 15-5 is the scoreline here. Walter Ambe having come off the bench to score that crucial try. Now MMUST will be looking to send and respond. Clever Notio with a well-read kick, claimed by Kisumu Bakro, brought down. Montambe to Chris Otieno. Chris Otieno with brilliant carries as Williams up to kick behind the defense. Second by Musa Mugandi goes into contact. Veron Kaburu. Another pass from Veron Kaburu to Hope.
Ina rekodi chungu simetero kitu simekuwa silani.
By Kisumu. They have to work way back.
Kajazi huko Mombasa.
Being on that halfway line mark, losing possession is Kisumu. Now a chance for MMUST to attack. Collins Goko. More numbers on the outside for this outfit.
Haiwezi hiyo pass, haiwezi ni forward.
Forward pass. You go back to the previous implement.
Forward pass. Hata inaisha hiyo nini inafaisha sasa.
Ameita pass gani?
Ni forward. Hata mimi nimeona hapa ni forward. Bluku hata mkono vile mkono ni forward. But si bado advantage ni yao. Bado ball ni ya MMUST.
Calling for medical attention. Co-captain Masinde Muliro as we get to catch a glimpse of the fans following this action, cheering Masinde Muliro with the hope they pick the second win, which will be crucial. Masinde Muliro will be hoping to replicate
Sudan gichien. Sud gichien.
One home match. Here at Masinde Muliro ground. That was
Ngano yidika.
Later lost to Daystar. The final played at the showground. A scrum for Kisumu will keep on shifting their positioning, especially in attack and defense. As Musa Mugandi in attack.
Shida anaingia peke yake. Penalty.
That for not releasing, and we'll have a penalty. Ball thrown to David Williams. It is a winner. His nickname is Awilo. Played for Daystar, played for Cap Dance Sugar, though he never managed to break through to the first team.
Any color blind, one yellow.
Won the national service circuit with Kenya Harlequin. That is David Williams, being referred to Awilo by fans. Chris Otieno with that lineup.
Hey, feeding.
Mashika mimba basi.
Kuna rekodi hizo. Wewe sasa unasmile kwa simu. Wewe ni cameraman, zoom hizo zitaki kutoka
Kisumu really understand that they are chasing the game. They must go to tries and maybe convert to be on the safe side. Played in is a kick behind the defense. No body in the defense. What a brilliant kick by Kevin Normally an American field player at Kabra Sugar. Pre-COVID, post-COVID, he decided to switch his allegiance to Masinde Muliro. He's becoming a menace. Then a throw for MMUST. Jonas Silla will be happy with the proceedings so far. They claim this one and they decide to play in the backs. Though the passing has not been good. Clarence Hope with a beautiful will be having a chance there. Masinde Muliro think maybe their passing has wasted the opportunity that was open there, and they still hold on to possession. They hold on to the ball. The referee says play on. They have been driven several meters behind. Masinde Muliro working hard for that one. They rotate their fullback, who plays their open side winger, Musa Mugandi. That is Sudi, who was the most valuable player last weekend as they won the Betika 10 aside. Most still holding on to possession. That is Cleveland Otio, played outside to find their flanker there, who drives several meters. Bevan Okot is there to cover the rack. Sudi with a pullback pass. Cleveland Otio with the ball in hand. Masinde Muliro drops in their fullback, still holding on to possession. They have lost their shape because of that passing. Collins Goko with a big carry, bum off on Hamza. They attack the left side. Sudi, after passing 2 times, he decided to go into contact. Here's a question that I wanted to ask, that following, looking at his massive body, he should use it.
Anabebanga balls na hata sijui anaenda nayo.
Still holding on to possession. They keep on passing. Their passes from the rack are not that perfect, but they have managed to keep possession. Turnover. Referee allows it to go on. It was a clean turnover.
Kwa base.
They kick. Claimed by Aki. And he does that perfectly with a kick. Claimed by Bidenhayo. Bidenhayo now with a run. Pass not well done, but they still have possession. Sudi with a tackle. It's a crucial tackle because it ensures that Kisumu does not cross that halfway mark line. Penalty for Kisumu. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and give us your updates, your predictions. They go to the corner. Last weekend they had perfect lineouts, especially against Impala. And each and every time they kept on going to the corner. In Nairobi, KCB leading 14-9 at halftime against Nondis. Impala leading 20 points to 8 against Strathmore. Daystar leading 14-5 against Nakuru. Menengai Oilers leading 28-0 against KU Black Blood. MMUST currently leading 15-5 against Kisumu, and Kabras Sugar are leading 17-6 against Kenya Harlequin at Kakamega Showground. Those are the results, and he kicks out of play.
Makegini alawa record. Makegini. Leta na makone ni ajo.
Bas, mama tiji.
Record was jogi kaka giwo thoni.
For the first half, as we move. Bisha vizuri.
Ano.
Sikizia. Kuna nini?
Data.
Haya sasa, usikizie nini? Hiyo half time. Check this one. It's half time across the country. A number of matches played to this point. So Dave Moura, first of all, let's go by the results that are just streaming in. So we have KCB 14-9 against Nondis. That is at half time. What do you think about the results so far?
Paladin. I think it was something that I was expecting. I don't think KCB will be losing that game being at home. Nondis though can be shaky. I'm actually very surprised that the pointers that maybe KCB have allowed maybe Nondis. I know maybe there are penalties. That's 3 penalties. But KCB need to maybe to not just to be wary of what Nondis can bring in the second half. It's a tight score. So I think KCB what they need to do is just stretch the lead to Kiasi. And at least they shave off those, pressure off their back. Yeah.
They know, I think they know 2 tries is all they need to get that bonus. We said on the scrum room that only 5 points are enough right now.
Yeah.
But we are having, it seems like we are getting to tougher matches of the season because again, if you checked last weekend, the scores were almost this way at halftime. Then Impala 28, Strathmore.
That's an encounter that shocked me actually, that score. I was expecting maybe Strathmore to run away with that. But I think Impala showed us from their defeat here at most and then the defeat with Kisumu. All we saw was that Impala were actually playing very, very well. It's just some few tactical issues, finishing power, maybe it's what they were lacking. But in terms of game, they were really, really powerful, really, really nice. The lineouts, scrum, they were really, really good. Again, they're chasing this game more than Strathmore. But I don't know why Strathmore have allowed maybe that really. But wanasemanga mshindi anajulikananga tu. So kudos to Impala, maybe they want it more.
Like but maybe kunaweza kuwa na hiyo scenario pia kama ya Kisumu last weekend. This was almost the same lead yenye walikuwa nayo last time na wakaachilia. So we wait and see. Then Daystar wako huko kwao and they lead 14-5 at halftime against Nakuru.
Yeah,
it was a match that Nakuru really battered Daystar online, but it is looking like Daystar hawataki mchezo in Machakos.
Yeah, I know. You know, these teams, like I was saying, these teams that maybe they're fighting relegation huko chini, being at home, they use all the advantages. And for me, I think I told you back in the scrum room that if Nakuru don't maybe plan well, that game will be maybe running away from them. And Daystar, you know, they want it more than maybe Nakuru want it. So for this, I think that's going actually has surprised me, because I was expecting maybe Nakuru to maybe be leading at halftime to come here. But again, Daystar maybe are proving maybe at halftime to crack at their home ground. So they're also chasing maybe to stay at the league, and it's so far so good for them. Much I don't maybe match it.
I used to tell people that you know, Daystar, the only thing in Lekono, it will be their advantage, especially they have a number of players who featured for Kenya under 20. So that is international experience for them. Na inaweza kuja count as much as maybe the Ana Kenya Cup experience, it might count for them. And you look at them beating Kisumu with 40 points, taking almost a bonus against Strathmore, leading in this one. It shows that wanakuja vizuri sana. Kabras Sugar versus Kenya Harlequin, 17-6 at halftime. Almost halftime, yeah. But I think hiyo ndio itakuwa almost the score at halftime. So 17-6, almost Kabras needing maybe an extra try to hit that bonus, but inaonyesha ni kama Queens wameanza kuwa able to control most of these big four sides.
Yeah, I think Queens have been having a very good run. I think 11 points difference at halftime against Kabras. When Kabras are at home, it's something maybe you can celebrate. The gap is not that big, so Kabras also need to be wary. It's something that I didn't expect. I expected maybe Kabras to be leading by at least a gap of maybe 20 points at halftime. But the two penalties that maybe Queens have scored, it shows maybe Kabras need maybe to stay disciplined in terms of maybe racks and everything. They don't need to allow maybe Queens maybe score those points as you see. For Kabras, I think 17 points is a solution for them. They're chasing that bonus, and for sure Kabras will be 40 minutes is a lot of time, and I'm pretty sure Kabras will be getting that bonus.
But Pia, do they have to worry, especially with the changes that we made? We saw for the first time in a very long time, Walter not starting. They couldn't have the likes of Wakina George Nyambua. They don't have the likes of Griffin Chow. So a number of guys missing out. So do they have something to worry, especially with the experience that they have had and the number of maybe experience and what do we call it, squad depth?
Yeah, definitely something to worry. You know, when you're deep into this league race right now, you need all your players at hand. So when maybe some of the players are missing, I don't know if it's rotation or maybe injuries. Injuries. So if it's injuries, then you need to worry. Not just in this match, but you know the way the league is going and the position that we are in right now. So I feel like yeah, it's a worry for Kabras.
As we speak, they have moved to 22 points. So continue.
This is not maybe the time to maybe be losing your player. And I know for the coaches too, they are maybe wary and maybe. But I think the depth in Kabras is still very, very big. I think all the players that they have, even the second team, is good enough maybe to win the Kenya Cup.
Now here, 15 points to 5 at halftime. MMUST managed to lead 15-0 at some point, and you could see some of the tries, like the Veron Kaburu's try, running from his own 5 meter to the other end in a 15th match, almost like a 7th try. So looking at how MMUST started, we say the terrain, we look at the terrain, we look at maybe the weather, but again, it's dried up, so we would say we have had handling issues so much related to rain. What would you say about maybe the performance of Kisumu and MMUST to this point?
Kisumu, I think for Kisumu, even the coach saw that because he made a very, very good tactical substitution, bringing in the new scrum master and maybe removing Victor Were. I think there was some disjointment between Victor Were and Dan and Wecha.
And some passes,
some passes were really, really not maybe. Their backs were not being involved. Not kitoka run, at least pass ikifika kwa 10 iende kwa backs, at least only the backs of the run. But you see, the passes were not even maybe reaching the backs, and that's why they did the substitution. And truth to the word, actually the substitute ndiye amekuja akafunga hiyo dude yao. Again, a very beautiful drive by Veron. I think pure defense wamekuwa lapsi. they are not maybe covering the spaces vizuri. That's why Veron alipick tu kama amepata gap na kienda. Unajua Veron ni msamicheza 7 sako na mbio, so akikupea ukimpea space obviously atakubit. Two beautiful tries by Clarence Hope, a utility back what we mzoea wing, but leo naona anacheza maybe center. Good position for him. Wacha tuone vile nini, and it's a good lead for Moose.
Maybe before the second half resumes, I have a question. Maybe did the coach get it wrong, especially with the performance here Walter Ande last weekend, then now subbing him off to maybe start Wawire and Angwet?
Yeah, actually it's a very big it was a very big surprise for me, and the surprise actually I have two surprises on that, because Victor Wawire and Dan Angwet are playing maybe together at Cabras. I expected maybe their fluidity equal to, but unakuta wasenye mcheza Cabras pamoja, their fluidity was not there. I don't know, maybe ni training or sijui kumendaje. And the substitution, the players hata ukiona mmoja sahi anaitwa Brian, unaona maybe the tall lock nasikianga anamita Brian.
Yeah, Brian, yeah.
I expected a player like that maybe kwa na game, but I don't know, maybe wana rotate players kama hiyo. But let's see.
Maybe they will have started na Brian. We step out for the second half, but tunaendelea tu maybe kumalizia behind the nini. I expected a number of those players to be given to be retained, especially after your performance here last weekend. But let's wait and see. The second half coming up shortly. David Williams with the ball in hand already. So I'll be giving you the second half for 40 minutes. Remember to subscribe, like, and share, and comment. Second half is on. The second half is on here at Masinde Muliro grounds, home to Masinde Muliro, coached by John Asila, former Barbarian. One of the coaches that have served the game for long. He has served as a development officer here in Western. Now a coach at Masinde Muliro. Masinde Muliro previously coached by Dr. Chenga Ahaya, who is now the Director of Development at Kenya Rugby Union. Scrum for Kisumu. Maybe the terrain might work to their advantage this time round, because they are taking it to the left, and taking it to the left ni kuteremsha. Dan Angwet backing instructions to the back line. Maybe planning a beautiful backline move. Referee calls for a reset. Ongeza. Penalty for Kisumu, quickly tapped by Walter Ambe. The referee calls it back. Exciting results across the country. Remember to invite friends and family to come and watch this one. Remember also to subscribe to our channel.
identify the fan. Honestly, can you? And the buyer, your color. Yeah. No, look. I think you cannot identify for happy.
Nakaa Kisumu.
Let's try to identify for happy.
Well done there with that scrum feed. The scrum collapses and most are penalized. He knocks it on. Maybe that quick tap and that rush turning out to be costly. Give us your thoughts on the comment section as we continue with this. Kisumu keen to overturn this last weekend. They came strong after that half time, and Otio with a big boot, gaining several meters out of their 22. I'll be giving you more match updates as we move. As Kisumu claims that line out. David Williams, the pass not as is expected. They are forced to lose several meters behind. That is how inaccurate passing turns out to be costly. Waltambe decides to kick behind the defense. The ball difficult to claim for Levian Otio. And now it is Kisumu in possession. The pass was not perfect. And we are back to that spot. Remember to give us your thoughts. Somebody saying on the comment section that Kisumu needs to retire. I don't know, to retire to bed or what, but yeah, some of the comments online there, I'll be able to read some of them. Just share and let us know where you're watching this from. Danangwet plays his fellow backs. And Kisumu tried to play in David Williams, but he's bundled out of play. And you can hear the chants from the fans. That is the beauty of our open broadcast booth. You are able to hear the fans banter. among other. Weltambe with the ball in hand, going to feed that scrum. Biden Hayo at number 8. Veron Kaburu with another run. The first one was a crucial run. He gained several meters into Kisumu's zone. Clarence Hope plays in, and they be going for that bonus point try. What a run by Masinde Muliro. They open the gap. Substitution at the end of that run to score that beautiful try. But we'll say Veron Kaburu did the donkey work. What again by Kaburu. If they win this, he will have played a very crucial role. But again, we'll say kudos to the defense because of proper defending, they are here. A conversion by Otio misses, but most now are assured of a bonus point should they win or lose this match. Throwing in Amonde. Simon Buluku came off the bench. Simon Buluku came off the bench to score that crucial try. Penalty for Masinde Muliro. A chance to exit. Kisumu also making their substitutions. Most seem to have had a perfect plan and a beautiful line-out play. A tap there, and Kisumu will be in trouble. Kisumu will be in trouble for this. They are going to be in trouble if it is a tap. Already chasing the game. consultations and some warnings from the referee. Kisumu survived that one. They will have reduced to 14 men once again, and it could be trouble at this point where they are chasing the game. Clarence Hope, who scored 2 tries in this encounter, has stepped off the pitch. Now MMUST with that scrum. Veron Kaburu with the run. A big carry by Bevon Okoth. Flavor Notio plays it, Godfrey. They play in. A beautiful move there by the 2. They gain meters but loses the ball to Walter Ambe. Playing advantage for that high tackle on Walter Ambe. Kisumu with a box kick from Walter Ambe. Well claimed but a knock on. Seems JKUAT Cougars are in for business, still unbeaten after match day 7. They went to South Coast Pirates, Diani, and came out with maximum points. What a result. They managed a 26-21 win over South Coast Pirates, handing Tony Hadambi, my friend, the second loss of the season. What a result for the students. It is not easy to win at Pirates. Waltambe with that scrum feed. Kisumu trying to drive it, knowing that they have proper forwards. It is interesting how Danangwech with the ball in hand, they play in. That is Namayan. Dave Mwaura. It is interesting to see how Masinde Muliro wins matches, but they don't dominate set pieces.
Yeah, actually I don't know how they do it, because most teams actually dominate, maybe the forwards dominating the scrums, lineups, etc. This I don't know how they do it, but I think for Kisumu, their defense has been caught maybe napping a few times. I think the backs organization is also maybe one thing. But I think Danangwech coming at, I don't know if it's scrum half, organizing maybe the back line together with David Williams maybe in the second half. And also the rain is almost favoring them. Let's see how they maybe they try to reduce the gap. But MMUST, so far so good for MMUST.
MMUST have already a bonus point in the bag. All they need is to secure this win. As Bevon Okoth is thrown in, runs through the defense, still driving. A number of players still offside. A number of players were still offside, but the referee calls for a penalty for Kisumu. A kick by David Williams does not cross the line. Giving the students a chance. Veron Kaburu being driven several meters behind. MMUST really working hard for that. MMUST really mean business here. They lose possession. Hamza with the ball. Remember to keep on subscribing, liking, sharing and commenting, and tell us which team are you supporting this afternoon. Remember to subscribe, like and share and give us your comment. And just to inform you that this match is brought to you courtesy of Zabab Studios. Thanks to them, we are able to traverse the country, go different parts and bring you this live stream. And it is very important, if you are in Kakamega, remember to visit Zabab Studios. Zabab Studio Apartments, located in Mabongas, or just call 07 12 12 96 11. That is enough. Or you can also inbox us and link us to scrum for Kisumu. Walter Ambe with the ball in hand. Derek Papai says Kisumu to win this match. He says Walter Ambe has really changed this match. Ronnie Omondi says Kisumu to the world. Some of the comments we are getting here on our channel. Remember to like, subscribe, share and invite friends to also enjoy. Kisumu really trying to bring their A game in this Danang Wedge. Pass to Namayan. Namayan still with the ball. Kisumu. Franco Tieno says Kisumu anacheza ubuda. They have to change the game and win. They will have to change the game to win. They don't have to be comfortable. Those are some of the thoughts online. So remember to like, subscribe, share and comment as Namayan rushes to get instructions from the coach. Most with a big boot from Flaviano Tio. They are going to the corner. Dave Moore. Previous times, people used to say that it's predictable to know who most will play in their next match, even next year. And how are they able to retain maybe most of these players week in, week out, especially with this intensity and this level of matches?
I think it boils down to maybe commitment of players na pia maybe the routine ya coaches. Ukiangalia most of the players maybe wako first year, second year, like the coach talked to us maybe last weekend but one. And for me naona maybe commitments in terms of maybe the school promoting them with scholarships, etc. And these students maybe wamegrow pamoja, wamekaa pamoja, wanacheza pamoja, wana train pamoja. Most of them maybe hata wanaishi pamoja. So they understand each other very, very well. And that's why in Saturday's games like this unakuta their run fluidity iko momentum wako nayo na vitu kama hizo.
Walter Ambe has been at the edge of everything in this match, kicking, winning the ball back, getting turnovers, and that is Biden Hayo with a knock-on. And not a good day in office for Kisumu today. Nothing seems to work for them to this point. And they'll be happy to have that comfortable lead. 15 points separating these two sides.
25.
Kisumu. Oh yes, this is one of the matches that they will have earmarked to win. And now they'll be hoping to do well at home. Maybe beat the likes of Nakuru, who will be visiting. MMUST also having a number of winnable matches because Nakuru will be coming here. They have already won against Impala, 10-time Kenya Cup champions, as Nelson Omukuba is thrown in. I told you, he's there at the edge of everything. That is Walter Ambe. He has been crucial. A turnover for MMUST. Veron Kaburu with the ball in hand. He goes over the corner and they are on 25 points.
19. Jobu anaitwa nani? Jobu Tieno.
9. Veron.
19.
Veron Kaburu has had a hell of a match. He's trying pulling everybody. Masinde Muriu running away with this one. With Donald Litali getting that chance to add extra points. He's unable to do it, but they now have a 20-point cushion. Dave Mora.
Yes, it was never going to be easy for Kisumu here at most grounds. I think Kisumu sai momentum kwanza tayari isha shift to MMUST. I can see some few heads down of Kisumu players. Maybe they need to regather. 20 points is a hill to climb, and maybe 2 tries from Kisumu will maybe ignite maybe their fight in this game. So they need to score. The next try should be from Kisumu. If they don't score the next try, then this game will be maybe done and dusted.
Okay, that is the thoughts from Maura. They need to score, and if they score and convert, that means they'll be having 14 points. Yes, they'll be having 14 points. Adding on these, it will be 19. So that one will be a close one. But they must work hard because MMUST are really proving to be a tough nut to crack in defense. Veron Kaburu rushing for that quick, we call it, it is a scrum. At first, I thought it was going to be a free kick, but this is 15th. banter from fans. With Veron Kaburu with the ball in hand, Masinde Muliro have a special way of playing and doing their own things. Being played in is Flavian Otiyo. The score of the try job, Otieno knocks on, giving Kisumu an advantage. But once MMUST hold you high, you are going to have it rough. And the referee opts to go back to that spot where we initially had a knock-on, becoming a frustrating evening. And once you're frustrated, you cannot play well. That is what my coach once told me. You have to be able to rise over emotions. Coming live to you from Masinde Muliro University grounds. This has been a tough venue to visit. A number of teams that have lost here include Black Blood, Nondis, Impala, are some of the teams that have lost matches here at this venue, as Kisumu Waltambe opts to change direction. Seems like he saw his teammates were not ready for that pass. Kisumu's hooker, Christopher Otieno, is very powerful, difficult to stop as he gains several meters into that, almost that 22. Waltambe with the release, a change. I think Brian, that flyer, that lock that Dave Moro is talking about is now here. David Williams goes into contact. Kisumu knocking. Danangwech with the ball, plays in his number 8. Kisumu still with the ball. That should be Brian Okumu. Waltambe tackled before he released that ball. Kisumu still knocking. Christopher Otieno on that support, trying to lead from front. Bidenhayo in contact, and he meets strong guys. Waltambe trying to break, but he's manhandled. That is Bidenhayo trying to gain several meters for the Kisumu base side, or Mambaleo base side, but now they get a penalty. They can go for 3, but they need at least 20 points to close the gap. A tough decision to make. They go to the corner. Waltambe with that kick. What an evening for Masinde Muliro. 25 points in this meeting. A derby where Kisumu meets Kakamega. Moses Amonde issuing instructions to Christopher, one of the, and they claim it. That is Brian, one of the locks that Dave Moro was asking why he didn't touch such a match of such a magnitude. They decide to go for a maul, and they get that try off a maul. That is Kisumu RFC pulling back, moving to 10 points with a conversion to come. They are staring at a defeat here, and they need now to score next again to turn around this one. And David Williams needs to nail that conversion to bring them back to the game. His kick is on point, and they move to 12 points. It is now 12-25. Humphrey says Kisumu should have maintained the team that won against Impala, asking why Walter Ambe was benched. Some of the thoughts by fans. Remember to keep on dropping your comments. I'll be able to read some of them as we move. Well claimed by the scorer of the 5th try for most. Most have not been able to convert all. They have not been able to score, to convert any of their tries, but they have 5 points here. Turnover. Veron Kaburu with the ball in hand. Quick hands. That is Donald Litali, one of the top performers in the ESS match against Menengai Oilers. Nelson with a big bump of turnover. That is Christopher Otieno. A kick behind the defense met by Bevan Okoth. Bevan Okoth responds with a kick behind the defense. Angwech and Namayan chasing. Will they respond with a kick? Yes, they do, with a kick. And the ball bounces out of play. It will be a MMUST line out. Their own zone, most. The later stages looking hotter. Kisumu get a turnover. Namayan with a knock-on. And it is getting tougher as they chase this game. Maybe this is not a point to make mistake, Dave Moura.
Most definitely, we are at the dying stages of the game, and the territory, this is a perfect maybe territory for Kisumu to capitalize, and they need to have that composure maybe going forward. That was a risky move, so they need just to have composure right now and maybe manage the game really well in these dying minutes.
Okay, Flavor Notio steps off. Donald Litali. No, a new scrum half thrown in, meaning Veron Kaburu will be moving to number 10. Those are some of the changes that have been made as they hope to hold on to this lead. A beautiful kick behind the defense. Troubles, the kicker bounces, Donald Litali is there. They knock on Veron Kaburu with the ball. Masinde Muliro arriving with speed in numbers. And the diminutive scrum half with the ball in hand plays in Veron Kaburu. Nelly, they play in Veron Kaburu, who attempts a drop goal claimed by Namayan. Namayan, the first player to score against Kabras this season, claimed by the scorer Job Otieno. Still with the ball is MMUST. Musa Mugandi goes down. The scrum half is able to claim the ball. Quick hands by Masinde Muliro. Sudi with the ball. Turnover. Penalty for Kisumu. This is getting exciting as minutes go by. Advantage for MMUST. Veron Kaburu, the ball in hand, plays in Nelly, a substitute. Collins Goko plays in Job Otieno to Musa Mugandi. Musa Mugandi, who decides to kick behind the defense. Ball claimed by Namayan. Namayan dummies a kick. Tackled. Now it is Danangwech with the kick. Boots it behind the defense. Claimed by Musa Mugandi. Plays in to the left side to find Bevan Okoth. Bevan Okoth tries to rotate his marker, but is bundled out of play. Keep on subscribing, liking and sharing and commenting, and let us know where you're watching this from as we move to the later stages of this encounter. Christopher Otieno rushing to have that line out. Brian claims that line out. Shows how important he is. He again rises from that, offloads, claimed by Ambe, but yes, they hold the ball. That is Kisumu RFC, but the referee spots a forward pass. More substitutions being made. Ishmael Karanja being thrown in, replacing Caleb Otieno at number 2. Masinde Muliro will be happy with the proceedings and where they are right now. And for a front rower to do more than 70 minutes, it's never a joke. Scrum for most. Kisumu have been dominating scrums today. Rises from that to play Veron Kaburu as they hit close. Veron Kaburu the ball in hand, pass to Job Otieno to Musa Mugandi. Musa Mugandi with a dummy. Dummy is even his teammate. What a play. Still chasing for another try. They have already scored 5 tries in this. Nelly plays in Goko. Goko gains several meters for Masinde Muliro. Ball comes back to the right. That is Suni, MVP in Betika Bingwa Fest. Plays in Nelly. Nelly sends his marker flying. Veron Kaburu with a kick behind the defense. Played by Namayan. Namayan responds with a kick. The kick bounces back in play. Claimed by Donald Litali. Donald Litali responds with a kick. Knock on, and it's a penalty for Kisumu, for Masinde Muliro. Fans driving the team and ensuring that they push the team to the limits. So knowing that they have the advantage, they decide to go to the corner. It's Veron Kaburu calling for the shots here. You can see on the screens there fans really animated, really hoping to push this team to another victory at home. Masinde Muliro chasing for that second consecutive win at home. They have 2 games in hand. They'll be moving to 9 points should they win here. And 9 points mean they'll be climbing above Kisumu as they chase that corner. Still chasing for that try. Masinde Muliro. Referee spots an infringement and says it is a knock-on. A control getting difficult here, especially on the touchline. Fans adrenaline rushing also. Cabras right now in the 40s, 48 points to 6. They have been able to go above their top 3 opponents, Dave Moura. If a team like KCB and Oilers win with a certain margin, they have been able to go above that.
Yes, and I think this was expected, and correct to my predictions, I think Cabras are on a rampart. Of course, this season it's their usual style actually. At home, I don't think there's a team maybe that will be stopping Cabras this season at home. And yeah, Lumumba having a very good season. By the way, I've seen maybe he scored 2 tries today.
He'll be moving to 10 tries.
Almost, yeah. He's having a very, very good season, and I think the coach is happy because he's putting in some minutes for him, and he's rewarding the coach with beautiful tries. So congratulations to Cabras and their fans.
I thought you were saying Carlos is happy with the performance. I know he might be unmated at the corner there. He always wants the best for the team, just like John Asila, who is moving up and down on the touchline. A kick behind the defense, bounces out of play. Masinde Muliro survived that one. What a push by Kisumu. A scrum for Masinde Muliro University in their own zone. Kisumu in the white jersey, you will think they are wearing brown because of the hard work that they have put in. But they have been met by a tough Masinde Muliro University, arrested Masinde Muliro University also. Just to remind you to keep on subscribing, liking as we continue watching this. Veron Kaburu with a big boot, releasing MMUST from their own 22. They are on the road for their first 5 points, but they must hold on. These almost a 13-point lead, and if that is not the case, they must add more points. Kisumu's choose to go for a maul. Still with another maul, still driving, ball lost. Referee goes back to the infringement and penalizes. 8 minutes extra. Go! Penalizes MMUST. They go to the corner, chasing maybe a point. Should they not get something from this, they need to trim that gap, at least to walk away with a losing bonus. Still driving is Kisumu. Kisumu sniffing that line. Wait. Update one. Tulipigia basi nini juu naona Austin ameganda ama pigia picha kwa nani? Kwa huyu jamaa kwa Chimani. Juu sasa Austin ama anatuma bado. Hey. Another bit. Yes, at Kakamega Showground, Kabras have won 48-14 against Kenya Harlequin. Kenya Harlequin will be traveling to Kakamega again on Saturday for the Enterprise Cup quarter-final. The winner heads to Uganda for that cross quarter-final, as Biden Hayo, he has really worked hard today. But now the results are not their way. Biden Hayo, Christopher Otieno, Walter Ambe, among those guys that have picked from the other side, having worked hard. Maybe Dave Mauro will tell us who is his man of the match from the Masinde Muliro side.
Okay, yeah, from me, I think Masinde Muliro have played really well. One person I've noticed was really maybe commanded the game really well is Veron Kaburu. Two tries to his name. His discipline has been okay, his passing has been okay. Very quick from the rack, organizing his team, leading his team. I think he's a co-captain together with Collins Ngoko, I'm not sure. And for me, I think I'll pick Veron Kaburu, and there's the flanker number 6. I don't know maybe his name. I'll confirm his name after the game. He's also been working really hard, crunching tackles. He has been really his work rate has been really amazing.
In other areas, people say this match is done, but we are still live. I don't know why people feel that the match is done, but we are still live. The match still, Kisumu still chasing for that third try, which will be very crucial because they can be able to get a bonus point should they cut this gap to 7 or less. Kisumu still chasing. Amonde with the ball in hand, tries to go under the post. He's driven back. Kisumu are almost there. The referee spots are held up. KCB have 36 points against 14 in their match against Nondis, while their match against the match between Impala and Strathmore is 23-20. Daystar leading 35-20 against Nakuru. Menengai Oilers with a 54-15 lead against Kenyatta University, while Kabras Sugar have 48 points against Kenya Harlequin, meaning they'll stay top of the table, followed by Menengai Oilers, followed by KCB. That is how the standings look like. Kisumu RFC is still knocking. Christopher Otieno goes into contact. That is Moses. That is Amonde. Hamza. Rano Kumu with the ball. Hamza. They have decided to go on the opposite side, and it is Biden Hayo. Ball knocked out, and they lose a meter. That is Hamza in contact. He has been kept all through the 80 minutes. Amonde with the ball. Turnover, penalty for Kisumu, and seems like the referee wants to go to the pocket. Kisumu chasing that try. What a tough evening. Another held up, and the match ends. A bonus point for the visitor, for the home side. Kisumu RFC, MMUST RFC. Kisumu RFC have had a tough encounter in this one. A tough one for Kisumu. They came here, their chase, their fight back has not paid off. Once again, Dave Moura, a match that has had a tough ending. Maybe what are your thoughts as we conclude this one?
I think MMUST, congratulations first of all to MMUST. This is a very, very important win against maybe their neighbors. I think MMUST, in this game, MMUST wanted it more compared to what Kisumu maybe played. I think the coach also spotted maybe the tactical issue. Maybe it was early, yes, but I think it was maybe too late maybe to salvage the game because MMUST on the momentum. And then lastly, I'm putting maybe I'm not, this is my honest opinion, I think today Kisumu are maybe very, very down. Their game was not what we expected, what we saw them play against Impala. But in the dying minutes of the game, they rallied well. They really pushed MMUST. But MMUST defense was resolute, was resilient, and it didn't crack. So very, very important win for MMUST. Congratulations for their win. And let's see maybe moving forward how they'll maybe build on this.
Maybe it has been a starting issue for them because finishing has not been a problem, and it seems they are yet to solve it up to this point.
True. So I think, yeah, that's true, because if you see what they did in their last game, they played really well in the first half, but in the second half, I think they don't have maybe the depth of players maybe to hold the game. So I think for Kisumu it's a good defeat because they get out of here with lessons, and I know the coach will be building on that and maybe correcting their mistakes.
Okay, so we will be getting to hear from both coaches, starting with the winning coach, and then we'll get to hear from the losing coach also. And yeah, we'll get their thoughts before ending our broadcast. We'll be getting their thoughts before we end this live stream.
Ni stop. Nifanyaje? Eh?
No. Wewe tu. Mwanzo kumuinterview as well. Anifanyie nini?
So we get to hear from Masinde Muliro coach, the winning coach. Dave. So coach, a big win here, bonus point win for you in this match against Kisumu, a derby. What do you make of your boys' performance today?
Maybe first thank God for this opportunity. Always giving back the glory. I think the boys wanted it. They have been working hard. Though we have the exams, but they have been training like from 5:30. They are staying up to 7 since they have exams. So I believe that hunger is what drives them. They have the energy. And I think they knew it's a game that they have to give their all. Yes.
It is a derby, and you had faced them in the pre-season, and then now it is 2 wins out of 2 at home, not losing at home in your opening 2 matches. How important was this for you, especially in this race?
First, Kisumu is a solid side, coached by a very serious coach. This win for me, I hope it gives the boys the belief that we're talking about, that we can do it. It doesn't matter the age. Doesn't matter the experience. If we stick to our plan, I believe we can still go on ticking the right boxes. And I believe there are many lessons we've learned, so we need still to work harder this week. We need to celebrate today and tomorrow. We need to think about what next, because we have another good opponent. So for me, we enjoyed today, but very good lessons, very serious team, very tough opponent. So the growth is what is, I think, more important for us.
Talking of growth, but we still have a challenge despite the win, because you see that you still have 2 games in hand, but Daystar and Impala have also picked wins at the other end, meaning there's still pressure on the side.
Not really. Everybody plays a game, not but if they win, we'll focus on our next game. Finally, we'll get to the end of the season. That one will determine what is what. So for us, we don't want to put ourselves under the pressure. We're just going for the next game. We hope God will be on our side. If we get it, we go on to the next one. Okay. So for us, we have no pressure.
Okay, thank you very much, coach, and congratulations for the win. Go and enjoy with the boys. Thank you. Yeah, that is MMUST head coach John Asila with his comments. He says they don't want to put pressure on the side, and their tactic is to ensure that they win their matches, and at the end of the season, what will matter is what they'll have picked at the end of the season, and maybe how the table is going to play out. Difficult being on the road. And then we have Daystar winning 35-20 against Nakuru. They have 1 game in hand. That match, they'll be coming here at Masinde Muliro grounds. And then we have Menengai Oilers, who are second on the log, maintaining that spot after a 54-15 win over Black Blood. That is another 50-pointer win over Black Blood. This is the second or the first, the biggest result they have gotten against Black Blood in this fixture. And then we have MMUST Rugby Club picking those maximum points by a 25-12 win over Kisumu RFC. Cabra's manager 48-13 win, meaning they'll be staying on top of the table. So those are some of the results that we've been able to pick here at most grounds. We will be ending this stream at this point. You will be able maybe to get the coach's comments later, because he's still talking to the boys. So we'll be sharing his comments on the social media platforms. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for tuning in to Cabra's Sugar, to this Care Cup match where most have won. And thank you for tuning in to Scrummage. Remember to subscribe, like, and share, and leave us with that comment. So the coach's comments and the captain comments, you'll be getting them on our social media pages. Goodbye for now.
Stop there.